So you want to perform your brand new song at an open mic. Well, let me give you 10 tips for an amazing open mic experience. I'm Kayla Moore, indie singer-songwriter, songwriting coach, and the author of Your Path to Songwriting Success, 7 Steps to Becoming a Confident Songwriter. And I'm actually going to leave a link to the book in the description below. There are a lot of benefits to performing at open mics, including becoming more comfortable performing in front of people and making great connections. In this video, I'll help you become more prepared for your open mic performance and avoid some of the pitfalls. These 10 tips will help you before, during, and after your performance. They will also help you shake off some of the nerves big time. A little bit of nervousness can actually be a good thing because it can translate into enthusiasm, excitement, energy. You just don't want to be so nervous that you feel like you got a dookie in your pants. And I'm speaking from experience. Not that I dookied in my pants, but I did feel like I had to because I was so nervous. So without further ado, here are 10 tips for an amazing open mic experience. Let's go. Tip number 1. It's best to have your song memorized, but if you have to read your lyrics on your phone, go right ahead. Just make sure that you look up at your audience as much as possible because you want to connect with them. Make sure you practice and learn your lyrics and your melody as much as possible. And a great way to do this is to go in front of a mirror. Get a microphone, whether you have a microphone to play with or, a fake microphone, a brush or a comb or something like that, that can work as well. Hold your microphone, practice in front of the mirror or in front of friends and family. And here's a little law of attraction visualization tip. You can actually imagine and visualize an audience, the open mic audience, and imagine them really receiving your song and cheering for you at the end and wanting to shake your hands at the end and all of that stuff. And if you mess up your lyrics at the actual open mic, that's okay. Just play it off like you didn't mess it up because no one's gonna know. The only person who's gonna know is you because you wrote the lyrics. So definitely just play it off if you can. I actually had an experience where I couldn't really play it off. I was so nervous. I didn't practice my song as much as I wanted to, and I was reading my lyrics from my phone. I looked up, I got so into the song that when I looked down at my phone, I lost my spot and I just had to play along with it and I made fun. I played with the bands a little bit and the audience still appreciated it. I'm going to show you a quick clip of that right now. I'm so glad that you are here with me. Let me do that part all over. I know you've been waiting in the wings. I'm your king now, you can be my hand. So as you saw, I didn't completely freak out. I lost my spot a little bit and I got right back into the flow. But the bottom line is please practice your lyrics as much as possible. Tip number 2 is be familiar with the venue. Know what their setup is like and know what they're looking for from you. Maybe you can look them up on the internet or you can actually visit them and, sit through an open mic beforehand. So find out what do you need to bring to the venue. Do you need to bring an MP3 of your music? Do you need to bring your own guitar? You just have to find out exactly what they have available and what you would need to bring. Make sure you have a checklist of the things that you need before you leave the house to go to the open mic, because with all the excitement you're going to have going on, you might forget something. Make sure you have a checklist. I remember one time I went with a friend and she forgot her guitar and we had to go all the way back and get her guitar, and we were a bit late, but we did make it. And speaking of being late, that takes me to tip number 3. Try to arrive at the open mic early. On time is late. That's a great tip that I learned. You need some cushion time just in case something unexpected happens, such as being stuck in a traffic jam or something like that. And if you do arrive late, you may disrupt the flow of the event and you don't want to ruffle any feathers. Tip number 4, remember this is just a test. You don't have to be perfect at all. People know that this is not a professional show. You're there to test your song and your performance, to see how people receive your song and how they react to it. But definitely do the best you can at all times. So just knowing that it doesn't have to be perfect can help calm your nerves as well. Tip number 5, this is a special secret tip for you. Pretend that this is your show and everyone is coming just to see you. They adore you unconditionally. They are your super fans, and if you mess up, they don't even care. They are there to see you. That one helped me big time. That made me feel like a superstar, made me feel extra confident. And when I went up there, I just felt like those were my people watching me. Tip number 6. Now, this is another secret tip that I've kept to myself for a long time, but now I'm sharing with you. Call on your spirit guides and your angels and ancestors, whoever you want to call upon spiritually, to go up on the stage with you and support you. So imagine when you're on the stage, you have this whole team of people who love you so much up there supporting you, smiling with you, and just loving you. You're not going to be on the stage alone, and you're going to actually be able to feel it and feel their presence and feel comforted. Now, tip number 7, when you get on stage, introduce yourself with confidence and introduce your song with confidence because you are a superstar. And if you need any sound adjustments, if the music is too loud or too low, or if your microphone doesn't sound right, just kindly ask the sound engineer for some help. Definitely don't be shy about that because, as I said before, you are a superstar and you want to sound as best as you can sound. Tip number 8, after your performance, be respectful of the other performers because when you're done, you're going to be so much more relaxed. You may get a little chatty and you don't want to talk too loud or be disrespectful or disruptive while other people are on the stage performing. So pay attention to the other performers, cheer for them, show them support, and treat them just the same way you would want them to treat you. Tip number 9, recognize that this open mic is also a networking opportunity. So you can meet other musicians like yourself, and you never know who everyone knows in the music industry. You can share information. You can also make new friends. You never know who you can collaborate with. And of course, you can get new fans, whether they're also musicians or just people in the audience who love your style and love your music. You can get new fans that way as well. So don't forget that you can talk to people there, get to know people, and network, network, network. Don't lose out on that opportunity. And the final tip, tip number 10, is to reassess and evaluate your whole open mic experience. Think about your performance, what you could have done better, what you could tweak, and just be kind and have compassion towards yourself. Remember, there's no such thing as being perfect. You're a human being. We are all human. And no matter what, be proud of yourself for taking this incredible step and putting yourself out there and putting your song out there for the world to hear. You are amazing. So kudos to you. So those are 10 tips for an amazing open mic experience, which I've developed from my own experience. If you have tips to add, please do so in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And know that you will improve with every single open mic experience. If you like this content, please click the like button, subscribe to my channel where I give songwriting and law of attraction tips for your songwriting journey, and be sure to click that notification bell so you won't miss any of my new videos. If you're interested in having me as your songwriting and law of attraction coach, click the link in the description so we can chat one-on-one. I wish you all the best on your songwriting journey. See you in the next video. Bye!